All right, the jobless rate down. So why is the mad dash to spend up? Way up. Welcome, everyone. I'm Eric Bowling in for Neil Cavuto. This is your world. The unemployment rate unexpectedly dipping last month, now at 10%, still bad, but better than expected. With the jobless rate improving, it's time to cool it on spending, right? Well, the White House today said it's actively looking to use bailout bucks to boost hiring. And there's talk Democrats are looking to spend another $300 billion on a new jobs push. Tennessee Democrat Congressman Steve Cohen thinks we need to do more spending. He's a member of the Transportation Committee. Thank you, Congressman, for joining us, sir. Okay, so the unemployment rate ticks down from 10.2% to 10%, and you tell me that it's because of the spending we're doing in Washington?
Well, some of it indeed is. The American Recovery and Investment Act has been successful in keeping at least 1.6 million jobs in our economy. We've also had tax cuts for almost every American, and those tax cuts have helped, and the economy's been stimulated. But, you know, state and local governments are still in terrible shape, and they need more and more help, and there are a lot of people unemployed. And fortunately, we've had monies for Medicaid, for food stamps, for unemployment compensation. We still need to do work with COBRA to take care of the unemployed and to keep our recovery going forward. We almost experienced a Great Depression. We didn't, and we're on the way out. And I think that the President and the Congress are to be commended for taking actions to stave off an economic disaster.
All right, Representative, you said 1.6 million jobs created. I go to recovery.gov. That's the stimulus website. I see 640,000 jobs created at a cost of $237 billion. That comes about $340,000 per job. Where are your numbers coming from?
Well, I believe the administration said that there were 1.6 million jobs saved or created. And a lot of those are teachers that are working in our K-12 schools and our colleges who otherwise would have been laid off by the states, who've had a terrible decrease in state sales tax collections as well as income tax. So the states have been just ravaged by this economy, and policemen and firemen have kept their jobs because of stimulus funds to state and local governments, and there are at least 1 million jobs there on top of those 600,000 that you mentioned. The best bang for your buck in creating jobs is transportation, and Chairman Oberstar and the Transportation Committee met yesterday afternoon. We would like to see a strong jobs program in transportation and infrastructure, working with the American State Highway groups who have shovel-ready projects ready to go. That's long-term planning, and it's short-term jobs, and that's the best you can do.
Congressman, I see that the website says 640,329 jobs. I see the 230 or $240 billion. You know, that comes to $240,000 per job. You know, a teacher makes $45,000 on average in this country a year. A fireman makes about $50,000. A construction worker about $43,000. We're spending 5 and 6 times an annual salary of these people's jobs to create the job. It doesn't make sense to me. Explain why that works for you.
Well, I'd have to look at the website that you're talking about and the figures, but I suspect a lot of that money you're talking about wasn't just to create jobs. It was to create opportunities and a safety net for people who'd lost their jobs. And a lot of that money might not have, if it went into the basic areas, the best ways to stimulate the economy and save those people who are the Purple Hearts of this economic recession and the lottery of life, the people that need the unemployment compensation, that need COBRA for keeping their insurance, that need food stamps, that need Medicaid, those dollars that flowed in to keep those people going and that gave them dollars to spend in the economy at different places, that's not just to create jobs.
Listen,
that's to help people as a safety net.
I didn't make this number up. This is recovery.gov. This is the Obama administration's actual accounting of where the money is going and how many jobs are created. Go for yourself, recovery.gov. It also shows you by state where these jobs are, how many jobs are created, how much money is spent for each project. And frankly, a lot of them are spending a lot of money and not creating a lot of jobs. We're running out of time. You have an answer to that?
Well, I would put my money with Paul Krugman, and he believes that the ARA and the TARP funds have helped. They've saved us from going off the economic precipice. We're working strongly in Congress to see that people who aren't denied jobs because they have bad credit ratings. Congressman Gutierrez and I have a bill to say that credit reports cannot stop you from getting a job, and that shouldn't be a criteria to judge whether you should get a job or not in this economy.
You know, one of these teachers, I have a hunch they'd rather have the $330,000 or $340,000 or $240, whatever it comes out to be, rather than
I've got a brother in California that's not working too. Yeah, I've got a brother in California that's not working too, and he'd rather have the money himself. But that's neither here nor there. It helped a lot of people. It's been successful, and we've got this economy improving. It's going to continue to get better. And it's Eric, it's been good to be with you.
Good to be with you, Senator. I'm sorry, Congressman. Thank you very much. Congressman Steve Cohen, the Democrat from Tennessee. Thank you very much. All right, the job was